Ladies and gentlemen, another day here in Cleveland for Browns training camp. We got some big news. Kenny Pickett will be missing some time. Cedric Tillman is back at practice today, and we should get a lot more reps for not only Joe Flacco with the ones, but also SHEDEUR Sanders potentially moving up with the twos, and maybe some with the ones, as well as Dillon Gabriel with the ones and twos as well. So we're going to start seeing a lot more quarterback action while Kenny Pickett misses, maybe the next week or so. We haven't gotten a sure update. He'll be reevaluated in about a week's time, so we'll see what happens. But this is a big week of training camp. Not only do the pads come on, but also we are going to see SHEDEUR Sanders, Dillon Gabriel, and Joe Flacco continue to beef it out here. Not beef it out, but work and see who can maintain or get the starting job for this team. So before we dive in, I do want to give a major shout out to Fred Greetham here. I'm going to give some other shout outs as we go on. These guys do such a great job, the reporters, giving us the ability to kind of make these videos. Without them, it's impossible, right? They keep us updated with the news, the notes, the highlights, everything. So make sure you guys go follow all of them. Hit the like button, subscribe, and let's dive into another day in Cleveland for Browns practice. Here's a really good route by the wide receiver thrown by SHEDEUR Sanders. We had a couple of reps from SHEDEUR in this specific drill here, just one-on-ones with the wide receivers and DBs. But when you go back to that first look, and here's another one here by SHEDEUR, quick route, beat him, great job. This first route is really good. If you guys can see DeAndre Carter, he is manipulating to this DB that he's maybe running an out or a corner or something like that. But as he starts to look in this direction, this guy slightly gets froze, and we run that slant. Perfectly timed throw. Great ball. Beautiful job. And then on the next rep, once again, SHEDEUR. Nice route. Turns up the field. Makes some play after the catch. But we're going to get to these 11-on-11s and 7-on-7s. Hopefully, they'll be able to show us that in today's practice. According to Fred Greetham, we also have some big-time news as well. Not only is Jerome Ford back on the field for individual drills, he's missed pretty much the entirety of training camp thus far. We've seen a lot of work with Dylan Sampson and some of the younger guys. We all know Quinshon Judkins, he's not here as of right now. We don't know what the updates are with that situation. But also, Tevin Jenkins is also at practice as well. Let me really quickly go to the depth chart and show you why this is important. Tevin Jenkins is a guy they brought over this offseason to compete for a potential job within this offensive line. Right now, you have a couple of guys that you really like, including Joel, you have Wyatt Teller, Jack Conklin, but Tevin Jenkins is a guy that I believe has a ton of potential. Obviously, he's got a lot of work to do, but this is a guy that they like and could definitely be a major piece of this offensive line, especially for depth purposes. But these two being back at practice is definitely a sign, a good sign, and a great job, trending in the right direction. Got to keep working, but good news that these guys are back. Okay, so very interesting. I don't have any footage right now, and hopefully I do as time goes on. I'll keep you guys updated, but they just might not show it. It is day one of padded practices. But here we go. As expected, the early QB order today is Flacco, Gabriel, and then Sanders, with Joe Bitonio, and Tevin Jenkins not practicing, but are in the building or at the practice, just not participating. Lorenzo Thompson is with the left guard. Grant Delpit is again dressed but not on team drills. But what's important here, first competitive 11-on-11 period. This is huge. This is the first set of drills, or first set of opportunities for the quarterbacks. 5 snaps for Joe Flacco. And then, instead of Dillon Gabriel, it was SHEDEUR Sanders with the second team offense. We know a couple of days ago, the last time they practiced, SHEDEUR Sanders got his own field to practice on with some of the 2s and 3s. And Andrew Berry and, Kevin Stefanski didn't want to go watch Joe and Kenny and Dillon. They went over to watch SHEDEUR Sanders, and I feel like things are starting to change a little bit. They want to see SHEDEUR more, especially with more of the starters, and I feel like that's what this is right here. So we do get a little bit of highlights here. Let's show this one. Now, this is from Brad Stainbrook on X or Twitter. Make sure you guys go follow him. Let's check out this clip. So, okay, looks like you got a running back in the backfield, pre-snap motion by a 10, tight end, maybe 11 personnel. Drops back, steps up, avoids pressure, throws this thing deep right where it needs to be. And the toe tap as well. Looks like 29 just gave up on this play, and you can't do that. You can see he's a little bit like, damn, what the? He thought it was thrown out of bounds. SHEDEUR does a great job here. Now, I will say it looks like there's a potential for a potential sack, right? Let's watch it one more time. So play fake. We're going to bootleg outside. But instead of actually bootlegging all the way out, we're going to step back up in the pocket. Now, is there a sack right there by 57? I feel like it's probably fair to assume he gets sacked here. But steps up anyway, throws the ball. And this is a beautiful... I mean, again, every time I watch this dude practice, I feel like the ball placement is really good. Now, can 29 get there for it? I mean, it seems like he might be able to, but just doesn't really go to contest it. Who is 29? 29 is Cameron Mitchell, the former 5th-round pick of last year. Great throw. It's a touchdown. Again, may have been a sack. Looks like it definitely could have been a sack. But again, good job by SHEDEUR. Another rep here by SHEDEUR. Looks like zone coverage off the pre-snap motion by the tight end. And we probably have off coverage here. Quick out. We throw. I mean, this is a beautiful placed ball because, again, it gives his wide receiver, I believe this Floria, enough space to kind of turn this thing back up the field and go make a play after the catch. So I do like this play here by SHEDEUR Sanders. Take what the defense gives you off the zone coverage, off the pre-snap motion. Great throw, great read, great pickup there for him, at least with the second team. Now, before we get any further into the video, we have some more clips that I want to show you from not only SHEDEUR, but Joe Flacco, maybe even some Dillon Gabriel as well. Do me a big favor, guys. Hit the like button if you haven't already done so. If we get over, let's say 800 likes on this video, we will post non-stop SHEDEUR Sanders, Joe Flacco, Dillon Gabriel, quarterback kind of battle videos throughout the entirety of training camp. But we're also going to cover them throughout preseason as well, breaking down the all 22 coaches film. I think it's fair to say that Dillon Gabriel and SHEDEUR Sanders will get the bulk of reps throughout preseason, and I'm going to break down every single one of them. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. It is free to join the family, and like I said before, we got you guys covered through not only preseason but regular season as well. With that being said, let's kind of dive back in. Here's a play from Joe Flacco. Does a really good job. Look at this catch by Cedric Tillman on the quick slant. Goes up and gets it over Greg Newsome. Hauls this thing in. Great job. Tillman does not look like he was injured. He looks good to go. I mean, this is a snag out of midair. Great body control and great catch radius to bring this thing down, haul it in, and complete the play. Great job. Let's go. Here's another clip. This one by Fred Greetham as well. Make sure you guys go follow him. Does such a good job keeping up with his team. But here's another one where Dillon Gabriel is actually in the game. So let's actually watch this one. Dillon Gabriel rolls out to his right, turns, fires, finds the open zone with Jerry Jeudy kind of sitting there in that soft coverage. Great job by Dillon Gabriel. Looks like a lot of these guys are completing their reps right now. Nice little rollout. Nice little set your feet. Throw a little bit, right? Cross body, I guess, a little bit. But, again, beautiful job here by Dillon Gabriel in the offense. I feel like the entirety of the offense today doing well. But this does go to show that Dillon Gabriel was working with the ones while SHEDEUR is still working with the twos. And last play we're going to break down for today is a SHEDEUR Sanders touchdown to end practice to tight end Sal Cannella, former Auburn Tiger, and I believe he played in the UFL or the XFL, one of the two. But here's a nice little corner route by the tight end. First thing that we notice here is watch the tight end, right? Starts a little bit deeper, but works his way up to a kind of gets right into the airspace of the tight end. Okay, so once SHEDEUR Sanders notices that, boom, he messed up. This deep side or strong side corner, I guess, is supposed to be in a deep third, maybe, because why else would this corner come up like he's in a flat? That's what I'm assuming on this play. So boom, yep, the deep third makes a big time mistake, and they're able to get a touchdown off this thing. This is beautiful. This is a great read by SHEDEUR Sanders, seeing the corner kind of stay way too far up, doesn't get to his zone, and on the run throws a dot. Absolute dot. And that's how you run practice. So this clip is from Brad Stainbrook. There are so many more clips out there. Make sure you go follow Fred Greetham and Brad and all these other people, because they will show you all the clips from today. So go check them out. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.